all the way from Cleveland, Ohio, to take on your Gonzaga Eagles. I'm Gray Henman.
And I'm Connor Quigley, and let's get ready for a beautiful day of soccer.
And I'm Santiago Finol. Hoy es el 26 de septiembre. Estamos celebrando el mes de la herencia hispana y tenemos una noche latina presentada por Lazo. Pupusas por $5, una bebida y un postre.
We're going to interview some of the Spanish teachers here on I Street. Please welcome Señor Salas y Señor Ferreira.
Hola, buenas tardes, bienvenidos a Gonzaga.
Buenas tardes y bienvenidos a todos a la fiesta del fútbol. Queremos manifestar que es una profunda manifestación cultural, una pasión que une comunidades y familias, un reflejo de identidad nacional que nos une a todos los latinoamericanos. Y mucha fuerza y damos mucha fuerza y éxitos al equipo de Gonzaga. Estamos todos con ustedes.
¡Vamos, Gonzaga!
Ahora, señora Salas y señora Ferreira, vamos a hacerle unas preguntas primero. En sus países, ¿qué es el fútbol para ustedes y la comunidad en los países? ¿Y de qué se trata sus culturas?
Bueno, en mi país, Paraguay, el fútbol es otra identidad, es una identidad nacional que une a todos los paraguayos, en donde además nosotros llevamos muy de frente el símbolo nacional. Todos nos une la patria, nos une también el amor al fútbol y que toda la familia pueden reunirse y poder apoyar a nuestro equipo. Y en estos momentos nosotros estamos muy felices porque Paraguay se clasificó para ir al Mundial y estamos muy felices después de 16 años. Así que eso es para nosotros el fútbol, una unión, una pasión que cada domingo nos une a toda la familia en nuestro país y lo celebramos juntos.
Hola otra vez, yo soy de España. Celebramos muchísimo el fútbol en España, como no, y tenemos grandes equipos importantes en nuestro país. Y como mencionó la señora Ferreira, nosotros también celebramos muchísimo el fútbol y sobre todo cuando ganamos alguna copa, ¿verdad? Si ganamos la copa, lo celebramos. Así que...
Yo soy Santiago Finol y en Venezuela también se celebra el fútbol muchísimo, aunque el deporte principal de Venezuela sea el béisbol, el fútbol ahora se ha convertido en un deporte más grande en Venezuela y aunque la Vinotinto no clasificó este año al Mundial, los venezolanos siguen bien felices con el equipo y lo que han logrado en estos últimos años.
Muy bien. Bueno, lo que también quisiera decir es que yo creo que aquí en la comunidad latina también une cada domingo, hay grupos, hay equipos que se unen y juegan al fútbol y eso es también un signo de amistad, de compañerismo y de ayuda, y pienso que es muy importante esta contribución del fútbol en nuestra comunidad aquí, así que es muy importante. Tenemos que apoyar a los equipos también de aquí y bueno, vamos a ver un buen partido hoy, estoy segura. Vamos a apoyar al equipo de Gonzaga, que después de muchos años se enfrenta a este equipo de Ohio y bueno, estamos listos para gritar muchos goles.
Celebramos el mes de la herencia hispana con mucha aportación cultural y grandes comunidades hispanas y celebramos el arte, la música, la gastronomía y somos muchos países hispanohablantes con nuestras tradiciones y nuestras raíces. Y como no, aquí en Gonzaga tenemos a nuestros estudiantes que están jugando hoy, que muchos de ellos hablan español. Así que estamos muy emocionadas la señora Ferreira y yo, y tenemos a Santi también con nosotros.
Y otra pregunta para ustedes. En sus países, ¿cuáles son las partes de la cultura que les gustan más? ¿Nos pueden hablar un poco de cómo es la cultura en sus países en general?
Bueno, En mi país nosotros tenemos un fuerte arraigo a nuestras raíces, que es el guaraní. Y esa lengua es, bueno, es uno de nuestros idiomas oficiales y se utiliza el guaraní mucho en el campo de fútbol, porque es el momento donde todos los jugadores pueden comunicarse y los oponentes no pueden saber de qué están hablando. Entonces es muy bueno, nosotros tenemos una cultura muy fuerte, el guaraní nos conecta en muchos aspectos, en la gastronomía, en la unión, en los cantos y también ser nacionalistas. Nosotros preferimos en nuestro país hablar el guaraní que el español, porque eso es lo que nos une y allí no hay diferencias de estratos sociales, ni mucho menos. Entonces eso es una parte de nuestra cultura. Y lo que solemos hacer los domingos es reunirnos en familia, prepararnos para ir a la cancha y apoyar a todos, ¿sí?
Bueno, nosotros como cultura en España pues tenemos muchas ferias, la Feria de Abril, las Fallas de Valencia, la Fiesta de Sant Jordi y como también mencionó la señora Ferreira, hablamos más de un idioma en España, el oficial es el español, pero hablamos catalán como yo, ustedes saben que yo soy de Barcelona y hablamos gallego, hablamos euskera, el País Vasco, y hablamos español. O sea, 4 idiomas oficiales tenemos en España y, cómo no, para nosotros la música, danza y sobre todo la gastronomía, que es una gastronomía pues especial o peculiar, ¿no? Como por ejemplo, Santi, la tortilla de patatas, ¿verdad? ¿La has probado alguna vez? ¿No? Ok, tendré que cocinar para ti.
Bueno, y hablando de la gastronomía y del aporte latinoamericano en esta comunidad, podemos mencionar hoy que todos pueden estar, están a disposición las pupusas de Centroamérica, en manos de muchas madres que están ofreciendo, así que no se pierdan. Habrá muchos diferentes tipos de pupusas, de queso, de loroco, de cerdo, de carne, de pollo, así que por favor acérquense y apoyen a la gastronomía que están ofreciendo.
Ya vamos a empezar, entonces, a dar las gracias a las mamás que están aquí apoyando a nuestro equipo de Gonzaga, a los entrenadores de este día. Les mandamos un saludo, la señora Ferreira y yo. ¿Y qué más, Santi?
Muchísimas gracias, señora Salas y señora Ferreira. Y estamos listos para el juego.
Venga, vamos por todas.
Fuerza.
Venga, suerte.
Nos vemos.
Gracias, doñas Freda y Salas. We're back with coverage of the Gonzaga game kicking off soon.
We are seconds away from the battle between the Gonzaga Eagles and the St. Ignatius Wildcats here on I Street.
Pretty strong turnout from the student section, considering it's a Friday at 4 p.m. You know, we Eagles like to study hard. Still, we show up.
Gonzaga Eagles in their whites, the Wildcats in their blue and gold uniforms this afternoon.
It looks like Gonzaga is playing a 3-5-2 and St. Ignatius is playing a 4-4-2.
Sonia, what does that mean for the matchup? So how is Gonzaga going to look to attack this formation that Ignatius is playing right now?
Well, St. Ignatius has a 4-4-2, which means they're very strong in the middle and the defense. So attacking-wise, they need to bring players up front to have a better attack. So basically what that means is that they're going to have players from the middle go and attack. And once that happens, Gonzaga is going to try to counterattack when those players are going up to try to catch them off guard.
And I talked to some of the players earlier today. They said they want to really focus on doing well on restarts. It means like a dead ball or a corner kick or out of bounds, and really attacking them on the counterattacks, as you just said.
That one goes out of bounds. It looks like it'll be a kick for the Wildcats.
Goalie Johnny Malloy looks like he's going to be trying to boot this one as far as possible.
This season for Malloy, his 22 saves, only allowed 4 goals throughout the year. A solid start for the junior.
Yeah, St. Ignatius has had true dominance this year, starting off 10-0, only allowing 4 goals through 10 games, including a 9-0 victory. It's no wonder they're number 2 in the country.
The ball will be staying with the Wildcats as they are moving down now.
Callan Smith brings in the easy save.
Stonewall Callahan, as Ford Deeren said on our previous broadcast against the St. Christopher Saints. In that game, Callahan shut out the Saints. Gonzaga won that game 3-0 here on I Street.
Yeah, that was a really impressive victory for Gonzaga. St. Christopher's number 3 in the region, and also including top 25 votes for the whole country. So that was a really impressive victory for the Eagles, who haven't had the best start compared to last year.
Yeah, especially for a team. This year, according to Max Preps, they are ranked outside the top 200. So going up there and beating a team with, top 25 potential was big for the Eagles, especially coming off a tie from DCI and a loss to Prep.
Ahorita empezando el partido, el juego estaba bien caótico, los equipos tratando de orientar la pelota para adelante y tratar de encajarse en el juego.
Excellent stop by the Gonzaga defense there.
It'll be a goal kick for Callahan Smith. It looks like it'll be taken by Waller.
Charlie Waller's had an amazing season so far. Already 5 goals and 4 assists, and this month he recently committed to Georgetown, who is a real powerhouse in college soccer. Top 25 right now, number 23 in the nation, and they're in the Big East right now, doing pretty hot in there.
Yeah, big news for Hoyas fans around DC to have a guy like Waller come into your program in 2 years.
Another corner kick for St. Ignatius. They've been down in Gonzaga territory a lot to start this game.
After the header, it'll stay with the Wildcats. They will try to cross it.
Opportunity. Gonzaga tries to clear it.
Big stop for the Eagles.
Forjor gets it out of the box. Now Carey tries to split defenders. Doesn't work. Ruggiero with the ball now. He has 16 goals this season. Just insane.
Along with 8 assists as well, showing that not only can he score, but he can move the ball.
And that's a goal by St. Ignatius. Gonzaga wants a handball. I believe that was Dominic Ruggiero, knocking in his number 17 on the year. That only 4 minutes in, and I'm being told it's offside. The goal will not count.
Well, that's a huge break for Gonzaga. You do not want to be down 1-0 4 minutes into the game, and that was the key. From the Gonzaga St. Christopher's game, Gonzaga got onto the board early, and they never let go of their lead. That is the goal for them, for the Eagles to do in this afternoon's match as well.
Looks like it will be a free kick for Gonzaga.
Aquí está Trevor Weiner cobrando el tiro libre. Ha estado pensando en pensar en más juegos. Y aquí tira la pelota al área.
Weiner's a junior, a defender for Gonzaga.
Great touch
Gets
there.
the starting nod this afternoon.
Ignatius on the counterattack now. They'll try to switch. Intercepted by Xavier Ball.
Ignatius keeps possession, starting to pick up the pace slightly from their previous pace in the first couple minutes of the game.
Yeah, you would have expected the Wildcats haven't played a game in a week, plus traveling all the way to DC. You think they would get off to a slow start, proving the opposite. Some aggression.
There's a call from the ref, a little bit of a push right there.
Sets up a huge opportunity for Gonzaga right now.
I believe that was Brendan Meidenbauer, the senior midfielder. Let's see how Gonzaga approaches this opportunity.
Lo que me impresiona es que Charlie Waller, uno de los mejores jugadores en el equipo, ha estado defendiendo en muchas partes del juego. Ahorita va a ser una de las primeras oportunidades para atacar para él.
Waller with a free kick opportunity.
Some shoving going on between Cyrus Welch and
It's up. It's good.
through the uprights. That's
Three-pointer for Waller.
that's a common occurrence on these free kicks. You know, I've noticed a lot of times Gonzaga likes to sail it over the goal. Got to focus on trying to set up the opportunity in the box instead of going for it all.
Now you wonder how Waller's performance is impacted by his recent commitment to Georgetown. You know, if he slows down the pace a little bit, we've seen, you know, throughout sports players do that, and I wonder how it'll impact Waller's performance.
Dos jugadas muy buenas defensivas de Charlie Waller.
That'll be foul on Gonzaga. Ignatius amped up.
Yeah, they were into that call. They seem relieved. So far, Gonzaga has got a couple crucial calls. First, the offside, and then the penalty. It seems Ignatius was happy they got a call to go their way.
Sam Trevisino trying to attack the middle. He's committed to Ohio State. He has 12 goals in the season, including 9 assists. He can really do it all.
They have 2 Ohio State commits on their team. The other one is Bryce Ince Lovelace, the senior. He has 5 goals and 3 assists. He will be number 2 for the Wildcats. So keep an eye on both of those guys. They will be Buckeyes next season.
Callan Smith looking to catch them on their toes. He'll elect to roll it. Great move. Taken away. Ignatius with opportunity. And that's an easy one. Sam Trevisino. Number 13 on the year, and that's why he's a Buckeye. Early lapse in defense for the Eagles there. They'll be having to try to mount a comeback early.
Bueno, nadie tenía mucho control de la pelota, pero aquí Gonzaga le da una oportunidad fácil a San Ignacio y bueno, la definición estuvo buena.
Yeah, the Gonzaga defender just got stripped there of the ball. Just a really powerful foot by St. Ignatius, and then easy cross through to the middle to Sam Trevisino. He finishes the wide open net.
Yeah, I think a key factor to this game right here is going to be all about the coaches. Coach Scott Waller for Gonzaga recently picked up his 300th win, but the coach for St. Ignatius Wildcats, Mike McLaughlin, has a 526-61 career record. Truly one of the better coaches in all of America for high school soccer.
Yeah, 500 wins is just astronomical. Not even 100 losses. That's I don't even know what to think about that.
Yeah.
Close call. It's going to the Wildcats. They'll have another opportunity to march down the field and put in the second goal of the day. A little bit of shoving there.
Weiner with the header,
And
it'll be going Wildcats' way.
Miedenbauer's been close to all of these calls. He's been taking command on the defensive side of the ball.
So we already talked to Senora Salas and Senora Ferreira, but also it is Hispanic Heritage Month, and tonight there is a Noche Latina hosted by Lasso. They are $5 per drink and dessert here on I Street.
Yeah, so if you're in the area, come on down. $5 for a drink, dessert, and a pupusa. I assume they're really good. I'm going to get one at halftime myself.
Yeah, I mean, it is a hot afternoon here, so those will be great if you need to cool down. That one just goes over the head of the Wildcats.
Forger. Go ball to Borno. Borno looking across it to the middle. Man on. Trapped, and that's saved by the goalie. Johnny Malloy, first save of the game for him. Hasn't had to do much the first 10 minutes of the game. This ball has most been on the opposite side of the field.
Yeah, Wildcats have just been in control for the whole game. The only really opportunity the Eagles have had was on Waller's free kick when he sailed it. This game is all Wildcats so far.
Speaking of sailed, Sam Trevisimo sails that one out of bounds. Be goal kick for Smith. He's had quite a bit of those to start the game.
Yeah, we'll have to see how he attacks this one.
Elects to leave it up to Battle, which Gonzaga will win. Now here's Weiner on the attack.
Almost loses possession, keeps it. Working with two defenders, gets it away.
Welch tries to poke it out.
The Wildcats take away the possession.
Deep boot. Picked up by the goalie.
We haven't really seen Gonzaga move the ball efficiently so far. We've seen a lot of passes and goal kicks be intercepted easily. I think if they want to get into this game, they have to make some clean, efficient passes.
También es importante hablar del otro niño que ha sido fichado por una universidad en el equipo gonzaguino. Ari Lubinsky ha sido fichado por Hamilton. Es una universidad de Liberal Arts D3.
You know, you expect this Gonzaga team always elects to go with experience, and the only underclassman that's been on the team the past 3 years has been Charlie Waller. This year, all juniors and seniors. You think the communication would be better to start today's game? Certainly the physicality's been there.
I think one of the hardest parts for this Eagles team is they haven't all been together at the same time. We've seen injuries. We've seen guys like Declan Lynn. You know, they've been out for recruiting visits. It's hard to play as a team when you have a different starting lineup, a different group every single night.
También es importante hablar del jugador Julian Antezana. Él ha sido uno de los mejores jugadores en este equipo también. Tuvo un rol bien importante el año pasado y este año le ha costado integrarse al equipo por lesiones. Aquí está, lo chutó y casi entra en la portería.
Great shot on goal there, just a great save by Johnny Malloy. That was a sick move by Isaac Forgeor there to get out of trouble, find the open man. Just everything but the finish there.
That one's intercepted. It'll be Wildcats ball down low. It'll be out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a great shot by Julian Antezana. Just unlucky finish. The goalkeeper for St. Ignatius just found that one.
Antezana Sr., he was a All-WCAC second team member last year, a big accomplishment for any soccer player, but that's big news for Antezana and this team.
He's been a key part of the Gonzaga's defense for the last 2 years now. You see a little offense there from him, though.
Yeah, he plays defense, plays a little bit of midfield as well, as we're going to see a corner kick for the Wildcats.
Third corner kick of the game. It's really been dominated by them. It's really one-sided to start the game.
Yeah, we see Johnny
Miscommunication.
Malloy playing very up now. Now he has to jog back, and now it's coming towards him. It'll be out of bounds. Heading towards Wildcats' possession.
We'll be throwing for St. Ignatius.
There has been a quite rivalry over the years between these two teams in all sports. Last year in the DC Classic, Gonzaga beat St. Ignatius 77-54. But there's also a big rugby rivalry between the two. Ignatius won the national championship last year, and they played Gonzaga. They played Gonzaga in rugby, and they won 64-5. Ignatius did.
Yeah, this is like one of the biggest rivalries in all of high school rugby. Two of probably the biggest powerhouses, I'd like to say, in rugby. St. Ignatius winning last year and being runner-up 2024 to Gonzaga. It's really stored rivalry, and I wonder if the physicality from the rugby rivalry will kick in here in today's game.
Yeah, I mean, it's what I find interesting is how you can have a rivalry like Gonzaga and St. Ignatius does when St. Ignatius is located in Cleveland, Ohio. That's about 7 hours out of Gonzaga. So the fact that they're able to have and maintain such a rivalry from so far away is incredible.
Yeah, even in multiple sports, too. I've heard that the hockey rivalry between them is pretty big, too. Eric Carey, missed opportunity. Borno. Excellent stop by Declan Walters.
Yeah.
That might have saved them a goal there.
Yeah, that was getting scary for St. Ignatius having a one-on-one opportunity. That was a great stop by Walters. He's a senior defender.
Cyrus Welch will kick the Eagles' second corner kick of the day. That one's sky high. And on the top of the goal. Goal kick St. Ignatius. Another unsuccessful corner kick for Gonzaga. They'll go fast, try to catch Gonzaga on their heels.
Going back to Walters, he's one of the 4 captains for the Wildcats. It is Bryce Ince Lovelace, Dominic Ruggiero, and Sam Trevisono are the other 3 captains for the Wildcats. That one's skied.
Welch attempted the bicycle. Missed the poke there. Moscoso will have opportunity for Jor. Excellent sliding stop by Tyler Yeoman. Another Gonzaga corner kick. This is what you want to see, though. I mean, getting in St. Ignatius territory, they look to be playing a lot faster than they did in the first 10 minutes of the game. Even if they don't come out with a goal here, it's still a great turnaround from the first 10 minutes of the game where they look quite sluggish.
100%.
Este año Gonzaga perdió el jugador Ivan Hughes, que fue el WCAC y Gatorade Player of the Year. Metió muchísimos goles y ayudó al equipo el año pasado a ganar muchísimos juegos. Y este año Christian Borno y Eric Carey están intentando de entrar a ese rol y ayudar a Gonzaga con el rol que hacía Ivan Hughes el año pasado.
Yeah, Ivan Hughes graduating last year was a huge blow to the Eagles. This was a team who was ranked top 5 in the country last year behind his leadership. Now, as mentioned, outside the top 200, already taken 2 losses and 2 ties.
Yep.
But those losses and ties have not been to terrible teams. Traveled all the way, just got back from Aurora, Colorado last week where they played in the Jesuit Classic. They lost to Regis Jesuit, who is a number 30 on Max Preps, and they miraculously tied Rockhurst, who's number 10 in the country.
Yeah, another thing about last year's team is Gonzaga went undefeated. They didn't lose a single game, and now they've already lost 2. So for these guys, it's not about being better than they were last year. It's just about, continuing to fight for the WCAC championship.
Yeah, Nathan Gray slips there. Gonzaga will get possession back. Ignatius on the counterattack. Trevisino controlling the offense.
That was a beautiful pass right there.
Now Ruggiero gets in the middle. Back to Trevisimo.
Great stop from Weiner.
Weiner's been all over the field today. Is that?
Muy bien, Edili.
Excuse me, that was Daniel Lee there, number 2. He's a senior defenseman.
Yeah, just some more things about Mike McLaughlin. He went to Quincy College, class of '89. He's been the head soccer coach for 29 seasons, and we mentioned his record of 526 wins. He has a .861 win percentage, along with 14 state championships and 7 national championships. He was inducted into the St. Ignatius Hall of Fame in 2003.
Borno to Forjor. Unsuccessful. Gonzaga tried to get up there before Ignatius could get their defense back. And all those wins for McLaughlin didn't come for nothing. They got 14 state champions, and Ohio is one of the best states in the nation when it comes to soccer. Just looking at the top 10, I think over half of them right now are from Ohio. It's insane competition over there.
Yeah, and I think that's why Ohio State, targets these guys like, targets these guys like Sam Trevisino, like Bryce Ince Lovelace, because they're right there, and there's so much competition in Ohio that they've seen how they can impact at a college level.
Well said.
El equipo gonzaguino ha estado atacando mucho en este juego. Siempre buscan el ataque y siempre tratan de probar la defensa. Hasta si no es muy bonito, buscan el balón por encima y prueban la defensa.
Huge.
long throw-in. Borno fighting over it, but the Wildcats will hold on to possession. That is Gray Gallner, the junior midfielder. He has 2 goals already on the season. "20 minutes left in the half. We are now halfway through the first half. St. Ignatius leads 1-0 after a goal from Sam Trevisano early on in the match. Callahan Smith with yet another goal kick. Last time he got into trouble with this. Let's see if he can hold on to this safely.
You know, this St. Ignatius team isn't a one-time stop for them. They play good Council, I believe, tomorrow after this. That should be a great match. And they also come back here in the spring. Well, they'll be taking on Gonzaga in rugby at their home field.
So they're not coming here. They are.
No, they are coming here. They're taking on Gonzaga on our home field this year.
Oh, interesting.
Apologies for the misspeaking.
No, that's on me.
You know, hopefully the home field advantage for us will us to a win. You know, that was an ugly loss for the rugby team last year, 64-5 to our historic rivals.
Yeah, that you never want to see that. I'm sure that was not a fun playing home. There's guys on this soccer team that play rugby. The goalie Callahan Smith is a rugby player here for Gonzaga. Yeah.
Yeah, same with Charlie Waller.
Yep, Teddy Blumstrom, all those guys play rugby.
Both all huge pieces for varsity rugby. And that throw-in landed out of bounds, I believe. Looks like that one was a little off accuracy.
Over the head. And this one is going to be fought for, but go out of bounds. Xavier Bob making a nice stop.
The Booster Club drum going crazy, trying to amp up this student section and amp up the squad.
Yeah. A solid crowd, probably about 50 people here in the afternoon. It's not terrible for an 80-degree game, but, you know, a little more. I expect a little more from these Eagles.
On the attack now, Gonzaga getting back to the middle. Antizano will reset.
This would be Trevor Weiner all the way down attacking. Apologies, that is Cyrus Welch. Either way, Trevor Weiner has been playing great all over the place. You've seen him defensive, we've seen him in the midfield. He's having a great night. Great afternoon. So is Cyrus Welch.
Yeah, Cyrus Welch already taken, I think, 3 corner kicks now. He'll take another one. Short pass to Forjor. Bad touch, but leads to opportunity. Easy save.
That one was rolled right into the hands of Johnny Malloy. A deep pass, and he gets him in stride.
Ince Lovelace on the counterattack. He's waiting for his guys. Taken on by 2 Gonzaga
Gets
defenders.
through.
Splits them. Easy goal. Dominic Ruggiero knocks in number 17. Ince Lovelace splits the defenders, miraculously finds Ruggiero. All around, that was an amazing play from St. Ignatius.
For the Eagles, that was a series of unfortunate events. Not only did he get through the 2 defenders, but after it went off goalie Callahan Smith, it led an easy tap in for Ruggiero.
Yeah, there was a lapse in defense there. You know, St. Ignatius just got to the ball before Gonzaga did, and Ince Lovelace being able to split those 2 defenders, 2 very good defenders, I might add. That was just a overall great play by Ignatius.
I think the speed of the Wildcats so far has been shown. They're getting all of the loose balls. They're able to make these long passes and be able to just get past the Gonzaga's defense. I think that's the reason why they have 2 right now and not 1 or 0.
Yeah, if things keep playing like this, I can't even imagine the speech Coach Waller will give his guys as halftime. I mean, they're not following the one thing he told them to go after, and that was just being faster than them, you know, getting out to fast starts through restarts, whether it be like a free kick or a corner kick, and they just haven't done that so far.
Acuérdense que por el mes de herencia hispana, Hoy hay pupusas, bebidas y postres por $5. Si están cerca, por favor vengan acá.
Yeah, on a brighter note, come down to I Street. Like we said, $5 pupusas hosted by Lasso, one of the greatest clubs here in I Street. I believe did they come in second at the club fair for tables?
Second.
Second behind the Classics Club.
Classic Club, yeah. And I believe the Italian club came third.
Yeah, overall great showing by the clubs at the club fair this year. You know, if you're a Gonzaga student, you better join a club, especially Lasso. Lasso's a great club.
Or sports broadcasting.
Yep,
It's also a great club right there.
we always need commentators. If you want to do what we do, just come sign up, talk to Mr. Buckley. We'd love to have you on. That one rolls out of bounds.
Callahan Smith gonna take another goal kick.
Yeah, that just seemed like a miscommunication by Ince Lovelace and Trevissimo.
Yeah, and they are gonna be playing with each other next year. So those little mistakes, hopefully for them, it will get fixed, and we won't see them in a big spot like the Big Ten.
Yeah, in this St. Ignatius team, college commitments aren't rare. Marty McLaughlin was a senior last year. He won Gatorade Player of the Year in Ohio and committed to Ohio State as well. You know, Ince Lovelace and Trevissimo will be joining him next year. As here's Waller on the attack. Great move. Borno with it now.
It's up.
It's in!
¡Gol! De Christian Borno, el número 9 de Gonzaga. Y el juego está 2-1.
Top right scorcher for Borno as he knocks one on the scoreboard.
Yeah, that was his 6th goal of the season, and now the Gonzaga crowd can get behind this team. It's now a one-score game.
Powerful shot by Borno there. Give it one more try, Sandy. Get the goal one. We gotta see how long you can do it for.
¡Gol! Golazo el número 9 de Gonzaga, Christian Borno.
Arriba.
That was
Vamos,
much better.
Gonzaga.
That was much better.
Gonzaga with the ball again. They'll try to even it up. 15 minutes remaining.
15 minutes to play. Gonzaga only trails by 1. It's going to be a kick from Xavier Baugh, the senior.
Seems to be more life in these Gonzaga legs right now.
Yeah, it was dead before that goal.
Yeah, Waller and Borno just came out of nowhere, stormed down the field.
Yeah, Waller made a big impact on that play. He was going straight ahead for about 10 yards, and then finally when the defense started to collapse in, he got to Baugh, and Baugh made a great shot.
Yeah, that was great defense by Ignatius, poking the ball from Waller. Borno just finds it, and he's such a powerful leg. He can just, really, even off balance, he can just rifle in there at, insane speeds.
So it's going to be Gonzaga ball again. It gets through.
Alessandro Rosso.
That's unfortunate.
It was a bad touch by Trevissimo there.
Yeah, that one went through Rosso's legs.
Ball with the interception. Great play.
Just misses the cross. That would have been deadly. The cross was almost there. They could have put that one in the back net, but instead it'll be a goal kick for Callahan Smith.
Yeah, that cross, if it wasn't on accuracy, there was people in the box there to header that goal in. Would have put up St. Ignatius up 3-1. Russell Nank wrestled out of bounds. Borno helps him up. Great sportsmanship. Even through this physical rivalry, you still see everyone on both teams just playing with great sportsmanship right now.
Yeah, just a little stat right here. Callahan Smith has already taken 6 goal kicks, and we still have 13 minutes left in the game. Once those shots start to fall, because we've seen so many shots from the Wildcats, it's going to be scary in the second half once they start to find the rhythm a little bit.
Great move by Test. It's a 3-on-4. Miscommunication that goes behind Ford Jor.
Yeah, I mean, that's unfortunate there. If you're Test, you got to move that one in front because you don't want that ball to end up behind him there. But they still have a chance if they can take away this possession. Just like that, now it's a quarter kick. So speak of the devil, they got another chance with the Eagles quarter kick. That'll be Declan Lynn taking the corner. 1 goal, 1 assist on the year. Looking for assist number 2. Right here, that would tie it up.
En este equipo hay 4 niños hispanos. Samuel Smith, Alessandro Rosso.
An amazing save from Johnny Malloy, laying all the way out, full extension, preventing this game from being tied.
Los otros 2 latinos son Felipe Moscoso y Robert Soberanis.
Looks like a handball there.
Yeah, that was that. I think it might have got his body. That's the argument. It went off of Zach Capella
Great
as a
pass
sophomore.
by Forger. Test sailed in.
Another one that just went high, but the Gonzaga is attacking on all cylinders right now. Shots are getting fired everywhere.
Yeah, this Gonzaga attack's looking a lot better, and there's a substitution for Ignatius. Tyler Yeoman coming in for Matt Smith. Both defenders get some fresh legs on defense.
Yep. Give him an 11-minute rest plus halftime, and he will be ready to do it again in the second half.
Indubitably.
So today on I Street was a dress down you were wearing for wearing a soccer jersey or any sort of jerseys. I want to know, who are you guys' favorite soccer players of all time, starting with you, Gray?
I mean, my grandma is Polish, so I have to say Robert Lewandowski. I always watched him growing up. I don't know too much about soccer, but whenever they're on the World Cup, I turn Poland on, and I root for him.
I always watch La Liga, and my favorite team is FC Barcelona. It's always been since I was a kid because of their playing style. They play so well with the ball. Robert Lewandowski, he's a current Barcelona player, scored a great headed goal yesterday. Hopefully we'll see some more great action in the game.
Yeah, doing that. How old is he now, like 40?
He's about 35 years old,
35.
I think, yes. He's a pretty old player, but he still has great quality in those boots.
I gotta go Mo Salah for Liverpool. I've always been a Liverpool fan when I do watch soccer, and gotta love Mo Salah. He's another older player that has been great over the last couple of years.
A little bit of contact goes uncalled.
Arguably, Mo Salah could have won the Ballon d'Or. It's
Yeah.
between him, Rafinha, and Dembele, the ultimate Ballon d'Or winner.
What team does Dembele play for?
Dembele plays for PSG, and they won the Champions League last year, which is part of the reason why he won it.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm sure that puts in a big impact to that. If you're able to lead your team to a Champions League. So it looks like
Lee.
Borger is coming out of the game, and Jahi Stockton is coming in.
Borno also coming out of the game.
Sorry, Bordeaux. Yeah, that was what I meant to say. He had the only goal in this afternoon's game.
También hay muchos niños en este equipo que juegan en la liga MLS Nets, que es una de las ligas mejores en todos los Estados Unidos. En esa liga están Charlie Waller, Jahi Stockton y Daniel Lee y Ari Levinsky. Una muy buena liga y bueno, como tenemos tantos jugadores de esa liga, Gonzaga ha tenido buenos equipos en los años pasados.
Contact in the box. Student section wanted the ref to blow the whistle. He holds his breath.
That one's high. Rosso looking for the header. Doesn't get it. Stockton moves it over. Wildcats get possession and a big stop.
Takeaway by Andazana. He'll look to reset this offense.
Yeah, that was his first really
Waller.
impactful play so far.
Go ball. Look for the cross. Deflected. You know, I don't know a lot about soccer, but my sister is quite the player, and one thing I always hear her talking about is leading your teammate in open space. You know, you always want to put it in front of them to give them a chance to run up to it.
Yeah, I mean that's the same way it is for most sports. You know, in football, you know, you want to lead your receiver. But yeah, I mean that makes sense. Anthony Ruocho with a stop right there. He's a senior defender, 1 assist on the year.
Little far from the corner kick. Stockton tries to save it. It'll go out of bounds.
Otros jugadores que juegan en MLS Nets son Declan Lynn y Xavier Ball. Jugó MLS Nets por casi 10 años y dejó de jugar hace 2 años.
It'll be a goal kick here for the Wildcats. Another thing I would like to point out is the St. Nation Wildcats, all of their shots has been somewhat on target. When we look at the Eagles, they're putting up a lot of shots, but they've been sort of all over the place. I think eventually, if Gonzaga can get those shots on target, we will see an explosion in goals.
Es verdad lo que dice Connor, pero también los chances de San Ignacio han sido más claros. Los de Gonzaga han sido más chutes de lejos y algunos de cerca, pero bloqueados por defensa. Entonces yo creo que lo que está tratando de hacer Gonzaga es de chutar lo más que puedan, porque si no se chute, no se mete.
Yeah, just to highlight what you said, Connor, the Gonzaga has 6 missed shots today. You know, completely missed shots is when you completely miss the goal, which isn't ideal, but at least they're getting chances. It seems like St. Ignatius hasn't had a chance like this since the first 10 minutes, the first 20 minutes of the game.
This one will be going out of bounds. It will be staying with the Wildcats. Looks like it'll be a throw-in for Ince Lovelace. Oh, they will change it. It'll be Matt Smith, the junior defender.
Matt Smith looking for a huge throw-in, headed by Antizana.
Smith grabs it behind the goal.
Waiting for the call. It's going to be corner kick, St. Ignatius.
Smith is still looking for his first goal or assist. He has not been able to put up anything so far, but he has a lot of potential for the Wildcats.
Nathan Gray taking the corner kick. Ignatius attackers bunched up close to the goal. Great header. That one's in. James Bartlett puts it in for St. Ignatius as they go up 3-1.
Number 2 for Bartlett, his second goal of the year, and it comes costly as they make this a 2-possession game with 5 minutes remaining in this first half.
Yeah, St. Ignatius just took a commanding lead there. That was just a perfectly executed corner kick, you know. They got it near the goal. And really, all that matters when you in a corner kick is just getting it down there, and hopefully you get a lucky header or two. That one luckily finds the back of the net for St. Ignatius.
Yeah, that was just a beautiful pass. I mean, when you have all those guys down there in the box, you know, as long as you put it in there, you've done your job, and that's exactly what he did there.
Y bueno, ¿saben lo que dicen? 2 cabezazos en el área, disculpa, es gol. Y bueno, eso es lo que pasó. Buena jugada de Julian Antenzano, moviéndose adelante, pase para Paul, casi le llega la pelota.
It just missed the opportunity there on the pass. Lynn was trying to infiltrate the defense, and it just goes far. It'll be Wildcats ball.
Counterattack stunted. Gonzaga gets all its guys back down to their own possession.
A well header right there. Bartlett with the ball now.
Huge
trying
cross.
to cross it, and a big stop from Gonzaga.
You know, when you're down at that point of attack, all you want to do is get it to the middle and hope for a clear path to the goal.
And then on the flip side, one of the biggest things about soccer is if you're a defender, you do not want to move the ball to the middle. That is a big no. And thankfully we haven't seen it so far, but you know, as a defender, that should be your number one priority. Other than just, you know, don't let it go in the goal.
Gonzaga with the throw in deep from their own half. Launches it, and they'll ask him to redo the throw.
Wonder why.
Looks like he stepped in front of the intended where the ball went out of bounds.
I mean, every inch matters. So when the refs do something like that, they gotta make sure they got it right, because you never know what happens.
Into Lovelace, trying to control it.
Pareció mano del número 2 cuando controló la pelota.
It's a
Pero al parecer
huge
no lo
stop.
cuentan.
A little bit of contact there. Lovelace.
And that one slowly rolls out of bounds. Nathan Gray trying to get it to trick play, I guess.
Yeah. Tyler Yeoman will do the throw in instead. 1 goal and 1 assist on the year for him as he gets it into the middle.
Great stop by Rosa. They want a handball. It's not going to get called.
Got to play on there. Great kick from Rosso. And Waller's looking for a call. He gets it.
Gonzaga will try to go fast, try to go
Play
fast
on.
out this dead ball restart.
And it looks like it will be a free kick for Julian Antezana. Oh, it'll be Xavier Baugh instead. Baugh, another player that has not scored or gotten an assist so far, looking to change that tonight.
Yeah, I mean, but
afternoon.
that's not really his job. As he's more of a defender, so I mean, at least today we've seen that he's been kind of a stone wall back there, not really allowing any goals from the left side of the field.
Gonzaga fighting to get that possession back. There's only 2 minutes left in the first half.
Not a lot of stoppage time. I'm curious to see if the refs put any extra extra time on the clock.
I'm expecting 1 minute. I think we'll be at 1 minute stopping time, with all the re-throw-ins and stuff like that.
Yeah, this has been a really fast game so far. I mean, both teams really athletic, really skilled. Just haven't been needing to take too many breaks from possession.
That one's up and out of
one's
play.
a north cap.
Yeah, that one's into the gutter of the bushes down there.
Yeah, whenever you're driving a North Capitol, be careful when there's a soccer game going on. Your windshield might just get taken out.
Yeah, I think the windows on the left side of Buchanan Field, I think they have some sort of they are shatterproof basically, because I think that because we've seen a lot of soccer balls or footballs go there.
Yeah, they definitely need it. At least 2 balls going into the Georgetown Law School lawn every single game.
Right.
And, you've seen the power by some of these players. That could be detrimental to a window. I can't even imagine.
And they did not like that one. The ref tells Charlie to take a breath. And Charlie continues to talk to
Yellow card issued.
And there's a yellow card.
To the goalkeeper, I believe. And Dom Corlezzi will have to come in.
So he has to sit for 10 minutes, I'm being told.
Yeah, Johnny Malloy, that's not what you need there. That was just an act of aggression there.
And they are still debating about this call. They have to sub out the goalie. So the goalie's out for 10 minutes. Now all of a sudden we have Dom Corlezzi getting replaced.
He has some experience of 4 saves on the year. I think this might be a PK for Gonzaga.
And there's a lot of action right here. They're all discussing with the ref about what is going on. It seems like everybody is circled around him.
En estos juegos, si te sacan una tarjeta amarilla, te tienen que sacar del partido por 10 minutos, y eso es lo que acaba de pasar acá. Asumo que es para proteger a los jugadores.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. In professional soccer, just get issue warning, but there's no funny business here at the high school level. You act up and you're gone.
Yeah, we're seeing Waller and Declan Walters both chatting it up right now.
Excuse me, Declan Lynn.
Walters.
Oh.
For the other team. Yep. Waller and Walters. No. So it'll be from the 9-yard line. Remember, the goal is about 5 yards back into the end zone. It's a relatively short kick. They have 6 players on a wall. Waller to make this a 1-score game.
And he got in!
Golazo el número 10 de Gonzaga, que lo fichó Georgetown University. Charlie Waller.
What an insane shot. I don't know how fast that ball was traveling. That one just so powerful. I don't understand how you could stop that.
Y atención para los que estaban viendo que este juego está 2-3.
You know, rifle it in from the free kick from the box. That's exactly what you need out of that scenario there.
Number 6, out of Waller, his first one since his recent commitment to Georgetown University, and it's huge. It comes with 30 seconds in the first half and causes this game to be one score apart.
Yeah, that's a great momentum booster going into the second half. You know, if you go down 3-1 going into the second half, you don't have a lot of motivation, but putting that one in there late in a powerful manner, that is.
And they're not done. They're looking to get another one. They are not letting off their gas pedal. They are completely pressuring this defense, as that was a nice touch by Xavier Baugh's there.
Time expires.
That'll be it. At the end of the first half, it's Wildcats 3, Eagles 2.
Hasta ahora el equipo gonzaguino no se ha visto muy bien defensivamente, pero siguen jugando bien fuertes y no se brinden, que los ha ayudado a meter el primer y segundo gol, y aquí el juego está 2-3 en Buchanan Field a las 4:50 de la tarde.
We'll be back in 10 minutes. I'll just check the stats.
Are we interviewing Baguetta?
Are you on the dock?
Yeah, you do that.
Okay, should I stay? Or am I
What
going
are we
to?
gonna do? Are you shadowing right now, or?
Yeah, I'm just like.
Honestly, like for stats, second half we don't really need a lot because like we can't really like at the end of the game we're gonna care.
Because I'm doing play-by-play now, right?
Are we live?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello.
Hello?
Wait, so is okay. Dude, why they turn them on? No, they turn them
Turn the whole thing off now.
Yeah.
on. Wait, hold on. Is Santi doing play-by-play?
Yeah, I'm doing play-by-play now. Spanish.
So then what are we and you gonna do?
Well, it's not like every, like, you know how like I wasn't doing play-by-play the whole time, you know.
How about this? I'll do play-by-play for like 10 minutes and then I'll signal you.
Or no, just do play-by-play. I don't
Okay,
mind.
that's fine.
Okay.
We can just. Alright.
Hello.
Yep.
Ready. Y estamos acá de nuevo para la segunda mitad de Gonzaga contra San Ignacio. El juego está 3-2 ganando San Ignacio y aquí estamos listos nosotros para la segunda mitad.
Welcome back to the second half of this great soccer match. It's a one-score game. Recently, Waller had the goal kick to make it a one-possession game. So now we have 40 minutes of play left in the second half right here.
Yeah, really fast-paced and high-action first half. I mean, the scoreboard reflects that. Really high scoring for a soccer game in the first half, especially at the high school level. You know, both these defenses also really good. St. Ignatius only given up 4 goals on the year. They've already given up 2 in the first half. And like the stats show Gonzaga dominating. They have more shots on target, more corner kicks, more free kicks, and Ignatius has more saves.
Yeah, so it's simply just been a matter of it's been a matter of Johnny Malloy. He's been great in net, but start of the second half, he's not going to be in net. It's going to be up to Dom Cortesi because he's a 10-minute penalty, so he's out of the game.
Acuérdense que aquí en I Street hay pupusas vendiéndose con una bebida y un postre, todo por $5. Si están en la área o quieren venir, todavía hay tiempo. Y aquí comienza el partido, saque de banda para Gonzaga.
Yeah, I feel like that half was really important for them. They're going into strictly WCSC next game. This is their last non-conference game for the entire year. And it's really important going into a tough conference like the WCAC that you're ready, and they've proven they are. I mean, playing it really close with number 2 team in the country, extremely impressive.
Yeah, so coming up for Gonzaga, they are at Bishop Ireton on October 1st, and they are at PVI the next day, and then they will host Carroll on October 7th. So WCAC play is gonna really amp up here, and these is when the games really start to get interesting.
Y el número 2 para el número 10 de San Ignacio, pero la pelota la agarra Callahan Smith. Y manda a sus jugadores a subir, quiere reventar la pelota para arriba.
Moscoso, good touch, just intercepted by Ignatius.
That was Smith's 5th save of the game so far. He's been great. The scoreboard doesn't always show it, but you know, he has been great. This score could be a lot worse right now, especially because all of their shots have been on net.
Xavier Ball saca la pelota para afuera, buena contribución defensiva.
Ignatius trying to break through this great Gonzaga defense. Start off the second half, they've looked pretty good in this first 2 minutes.
That throw-in is going to go too long, and there's save number 6 for Smith.
He'll hold on to it, look for a man downfield. That's up into the sun.
Y la pelota le llega al 23 de San Ignacio, pero ahora llega atrás de nuevo para Daniel Lee y la revienta de nuevo para Christian Borno. Aquí está Isaac Furger para Eric Carey, pero se la quita el 27 de San Ignacio.
So Wildcats get possession again, and that was some great ball movement right there. It was Russell Nank, and they're going to get over. That ball is moving fast. Ince Lovelace starting an attack, and that one is long. Smith will get it.
Yeah, they tried to go fast there. They just didn't have the numbers going down into the box. And so they just had to put something near the goal to reset.
That one just goes over the head right there of Cyrus Welsh, but they get a chance with Borno. It's blocked. Borno gets it again.
Aquí está Charlie Waller. Para Julian Antesana. De nuevo para Waller. Linda pared. Pase para Isaac, pero no llega allí. De nuevo Waller con la pelota, driblando hacia adelante. Se lleva uno, pero se la quita el 27 San Ignacio de nuevo.
So a good defensive stop right there from the Wildcats.
Declan Lynn trying to regain control of the ball. Welch, great move.
A little bit of foot, some foot trippage right there, but refs let it go by.
The game is gone. Game is gone.
Aquí está Xavier Ball con la pelota atrás. Se la deja a Felipe Moscoso. Con la pelota tiene mucho tiempo. Se la da Antesana, cambiando el balón al otro lado de la cancha. Linda pared de nuevo, pero justo se la saca el San Ignacio. Ahora Cyrus Welch para Julian Antesana. Charlie Waller. Ahora tiene la pelota el 27 San Ignacio. Se la da en la banda. Gonzaga llega para atrás de nuevo.
Tries to spin out of it right there, but Gonzaga makes a stop. And a nice attempt from Moscoso. Apologies.
Moscoso.
Moscoso.
Y aquí está Cyrus Welch.
There's a little bit of tanglage right there between Welsh and Brendan Maidenbauer. It'll be Gonzaga ball, and it will be Felipe Moscoso with the kick. How's that? You guys can't see, but he's giving me a thumbs up, so.
Julian Antesana jugando la corta con Felipe. Ahora la cambia para Borno. Llegará, no llega. Contragolpe de San Ignacio. Llevan la pelota para adelante. Buen pase para el 9, pero un
Great
toque
stop.
malo. La revienta Daniel Lee.
I thought he was offsides there anyway, Santi. What do you think about that situation? Was he offsides there?
No, he was in line with Daniel Lee. He kept him on by, I would say, about a few feet, but it was close.
Yeah, go to the VAR. Look, unfortunately, no VAR to review any of these goals or offsides calls.
Yeah, I think we got the best view out of anyone, though, so they,
Yeah.
they should just ask us.
Give us some whistles over here.
Uh-huh. Right next to us is the St. Ignatius Wildcats broadcast over in room 302.
Yeah, traveling all the way from Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah, we were talking to them before the game.
Great guys, great fellas.
Yep.
I'm sure they're doing an excellent job.
If you're just joining us, Gonzaga trails by 1 with 33 minutes left. Charlie Waller had a goal, and Isaac and Bordeaux, Christian Bordeaux also had a goal in the first half.
For St. Ignatius, it was Sam Trevissimo, Dominic Ruggiero, and I believe James Bartlett.
James Bartlett, yep.
Y aquí tiene San Ignacio la pelota por la izquierda. Cruce, cabezazo. Uy, y es una muy buena parada de Callahan Smith.
Dangerous situation there, handled well by the goalkeeper.
La revienta Callahan.
That one's high, and it's over the head of Bordeaux and the defender.
Recupera la pelota Isaac. Se le lleva por la banda. Buen regate para adentro. Pasa Eric. Eric Carey. Se lo puede llevar. Pareció falta eso. Uy, el número 4 le quita la pelota bien a Eric Carey. Y Isaac la saca para un saque de banda de San Ignacio.
Looks like this one is going to be St. Ignatius ball. Looking to move things across. Gonzaga looking to get a stop and a score.
Still a lot of time for the Eagles. Only one, as we can see, with the Eagles scoring with 1 minute left in the first half, it does not take a lot of time at all to put one on the board. All it takes is one burst of energy.
Charlie Waller driblando para adelante. Se la lleva él solo. Le pegó. Uy. Y lo para bien el número 15 de San Ignacio.
That was a big stop from Declan Walters. He has been phenomenal tonight. This is the senior defender, a captain for his team. He's the leader of his whole defensive unit, and he's been great this afternoon.
Tiro de esquina para Gonzaga. Lo toma Charlie Waller.
Waller from the corner looking to set up an opportunity to tie it up.
Yeah, even with the loss of possession there, Gonzaga still has a chance to put on the board.
Buen
Deep
cruce.
boot.
Welsh, it's left. It will be staying here though because that went off of Matt Smith.
Goal kick by Ignatius.
Oh, so it did not go off of Matt Smith. It will be St. Ignatius ball. My apologies.
You know, maybe they shouldn't give this whistles after all.
I know, right?
Y aquí ataca San Ignacio, el
Got a
número
little
10.
physical there.
Pase, pero se la quita Trevor Weiner. Por aquí, recuperen la pelota San Ignacio. Están en el área. Le pegó, uy, pero pasó por afuera.
A la derecha.
A la derecha. Saque meta para Gonzaga.
Bryce Ince Lovelace has been great tonight. He's able to get through the defense very quickly and very efficiently. They haven't been able to find a stop for him. That was a great example. They had to bring in 4 or 5 defenders just for him to yield possession.
Yeah, already an assist today, and he's impacted both the other goals scored by Ignatius today. You can see why the Buckeyes wanted him on their roster this coming fall. A little bit of contact, goes uncalled.
Saque de banda para Gonzaga. Cerca del área. ¿Será que lo tiran largo? Aquí está Sarswatch con la pelota. La tira al área. Charlie Waller tratando de darle de cabeza. Y aquí está Isaac peleando por la pelota. La tiene, pero se la quita el número 4 de San Ignacio. Ahora Trevor Weiner en su propia mitad de la cancha y se la devuelve fácilmente para Callahan Smith.
That ball looked out of bounds to me, and St. Ignatius bench thought so too, but the refs are going to let them play on.
No, they won't. They're going to stop play.
El árbitro asistente vio algo en el juego y aquí el árbitro paró el juego. No se sabe por qué. Al parecer la pelota salió del lado derecho de la banda y aquí saca Gonzaga.
Nank tries to get it out the midfield. Forger and Carey try to work to the middle. Unable to, but they'll have a throw-in.
Y no sé si se escucha, pero la barra gonzaguina están hablando y gritando y cantando bien fuertes. De verdad que tienen un amor por este juego, por el colegio y por todos los deportes acá increíble.
Yeah, the student section and booster club are really important to this Gonzaga culture. They often impact the outcomes of the games. You know, I'm sure they're making it an impact here today. You know, the first soccer game we commentated this year, Georgetown Prep, they were all up in every single Georgetown Prep player's face whenever they entered this side of the field. I'm sure it rattled them.
I think for any team coming in to Buchanan Field, I think every team has to fear that because this student section makes such a big impact through all sports, and we're going to get a stoppage. It's like a foul.
The game is gone. Sam Trevisimo with the free kick.
El equipo gonzaguino se enoja por la falta que ha pitado el árbitro. Al parecer fue una disposición de balón limpio. Le quitó el balón limpio Xavier Baugh, el número 5 de Gonzaga, pero
That was
no pitaron la falta.
On a line there. It was just right. That's why Smith let that one go. He will take another goal kick.
.27 minutes left in the second half. Ignatius trying to hold on to their lead. Gonzaga trying to put one in to force overtime.
San Ignacio atacando por el lado derecho. Cruce, muy buen cruce, cabezazo, gol.
And that one's in. Speak of the devil. Dominic Ruggiero with his second goal of the game. They're taunting the student section.
Wow. They go up to student section and start to shush them.
This rivalry coming into full blast now as words will be exchanged. Ref having to come sort it out.
Wow.
Muy buen pase el número 11 de San Ignacio
I don't think I've ever seen
al
that.
delantero
In my
de San
previous at Gonzaga,
Ignacio.
I have not seen that before. It seems like they're really gotten into their head if that's what they're doing right now.
I mean, it's well deserved by Ignatius. I mean, just absolutely silencing the Gonzaga student section.
I don't think it's silencing them. I think if anything, this crowd's gonna get.
Keen Mustante looks like to be kicked from the track for talking to the players. He'll be in the student section.
Cabezazo de Cyrus Welch, pero se va el portero de San Ignacio.
Let's hope the Eagles can back all this talk, all this smack they're talking.
Buen pase el portero, el número 2 de San Ignacio. Le tira un caño al jugador gonzaguino. Se lo lleva el número 2. Pero se lo quita Declan Lynn. Y aquí viene un contragolpe. Se le da a la banda a Cyrus Welch. Se lleva uno y da un pase. Se ve la pelota para saque de banda de San Ignacio.
So they get it back to the goalie. I believe that's still Gon Corletzi in net from the previous penalty, no?
I believe so. I mean, he's been playing really good. I don't even want to say for a backup because I feel like he could start on any other team in the country.
Right.
I mean, 4 saves on this dominant St. Ignatius team. I think 5 today.
Yeah.
Making it 5 today.
He's only allowed 1 goal, and he was put in right before the Waller free kick. You know, the first thing he saw was a 9-yard free kick coming from a 15-yard free kick coming from a Georgetown committed player. So that was not an easy entrance for him. But since then, he has been outstanding, not allowing anything other than that.
And there hasn't been a lot of opportunities. And what is this? It'll be a corner kick for Ignatius. Gonzaga is confused.
Callan Smith did not like that call.
Al parecer el portero agarró la pelota fuera de la cancha y el árbitro lo pitó como tiro de esquina.
Once again, another opportunity for Ignatius. They could go up 5-2 here, basically ice the game.
This last 10 minutes of soccer has been all over the place. Here's the corner kick, and that one's going out of bounds.
Ince Lovelace tried to get ahead on it. That's what you got to do. Just unable to get the lucky bounce.
Yeah, it wasn't the best angle there, but still a good attempt. We're seeing another goal kick for Callahan Smith, trying to take a deep breath and remain calm in this last 25 minutes.
Y ahora San Ignacio atacando de nuevo por la banda derecha. Aquí está el 11, pero se la quita bien
Big
Xavier
stop
Ball.
by Xavier Ball.
Uy, pero se le va.
The Eagles needed that, but they're
Oh.
going to say it's out of bounds.
Little shove there.
This game is getting very handsy very quick.
Yeah, obviously this rivalry seeping in over from rugby and hockey.
Tension's really building up right now.
You know, the last time these two teams played was in 2015. And St. Ignatius won that matchup 3-0.
Yeah, I mean, completely new. Same coaches for both of them, but completely new styles, new players. And you know, St. Ignatius is number 2 in the coaches poll. Number 1 on Max Preps, will be a big contender for the Nationals this season. Looking for Mike McLaughlin, he is looking for number 8 for his national championships. He won 3 in a row for 2019 and 2021. Hasn't won one since.
Yeah, this team is constantly ranked in the top 3 in the country. I believe back when they faced off in 2015, they were number 1.
Wall with a big stop. Here comes Gonzaga on the breakaway.
Buen pase para Dylan Tess. Aquí la cruza. Va a llegar el Carey. No,
Just long
se
outside
fue.
of the reach of Carey. They needed that. They needed that, but a big stop from the Wildcats defense.
Looks like there's going to be some talk between the referees trying to sort out the call.
As of now, it's a goal kick for the Wildcats. We'll see what they decide to do.
Y estas son los tipos de jugadas que busca Gonzaga. Buscan jugar al contragolpe, meterse más o menos atrás, ganar la pelota y después jugar rápido hacia adelante. Y esta fue una buena jugada, pero se les fue por un poco el pase de un test y bueno, no pudieron aprovechar la jugada a todo lo que pudieron.
This is a nice opportunity for the players to get a breather, you know, legs get a little better. It almost works as a timeout of sort.
Yeah, both teams going back to their coaches, having a little talk. I'm not sure what's happening here.
Yeah, everyone is off the field right now. So whatever happened, they took off all the players from the field.
Shout out Kieran McBride. Kieran McBride for rep.
There was the class representatives election today. We'll find out more information on Monday.
Yeah, Kieran and Jordan are the only reps out there supporting their brothers. Have to wonder how that will respond to them making Gonzaga a better place.
Charlie Beck was also out there earlier today.
Good call.
Yeah, David Curry's also there right now. So there's more than just those two.
As play resumes, not sure what the issue there.
Yeah, I'm still unsure about what that break was for. As this one will be kicked out of bounds by Declan. Went up into the third row of bleachers. Watch out, kids.
Some fans flinching there.
Watch out. That was hard.
That ball almost tore an ACL.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Y aquí ataca Charlie Waller por la banda izquierda. Se lleva uno y le trata de dar un pase por encima a Eric.
Waller made a great move, but then he quickly lost possession. That was a big stop right there for Declan Walters. Once again, has been phenomenal defensively. If I were to give a player of the game, it would have to be between Ince Lovelace and Declan Walters.
What about Ruggiero? I mean, he has 2 goals on the day.
Yeah, and him too. Those are my 3. For Gonzaga, it has to be Waller.
Yeah, unbelievable start for Ruggiero. I mean, 18 goals through the first 11 games. That's over a goal a game. Just don't see that. And shockingly, he is not committed anywhere. He's a senior.
Yeah, I mean,
I've heard there's been some talks and some maybe potential commitments, but nothing confirmed.
Yep.
Oh,
Is that Dylan Test?
Push right there. No call. There is a call. That was Dylan Test with a little bit of a push, and
that's
a
a
yellow
yellow.
card. So now Dylan Test, just like what happened earlier, Dylan Test will be out for 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not a rule specialist there, but I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to extend the arms whenever you're pushing another player. Looks like he did there.
Y la barra gonzaguina les grita, hit the weight room.
And they play with one less man, correct, Santi?
No.
Did they sub
They
him
can
out?
so they're just subbing him out, and now it looks like, is that Ari
Christian-
Lubinsky coming in?
No, it's Christian Borno, I believe, came in, and Lubinsky's coming in.
Lubinsky is waiting
Okay.
for substitution. I know in CYO soccer back in the day, if you had a yellow card, you have to come out and you play with one less man.
Sort of like a power play.
Yeah, and that's what actually made us lose in the finals in 8th grade.
You know, that would have been real interesting if that happened with the
Can you
goalie.
imagine that? Can you imagine if the defense had to play without a goalie? That would be incredible.
That was almost a cost. That was a
Oh,
cost
Lessa with
mistake.
a little bit of bump. But that was all part of the kick there. That was all
Y aquí
ball.
presiona Alessandro Brosso, le presiona duro, pero revienta San Ignacio. Aquí está Charlie Waller recuperando la pelota, se lo da a Alessandro y trata de darle el balón a Eric Carey, pero se lo corta el 5 de San Ignacio.
Rosso's been great tonight. He has one of the best pace of all his players. He's been running all across the field. He's been great tonight. A couple
and
of close stops.
That doesn't look that good.
Atención, fue una falta fuerte sobre Charlie Waller
Waller
y
is
amarilla al 27 de San Ignacio. Charlie Waller sigue tirado en el piso, como que le dio duro.
He had
That's bad
some.
news.
He had some injury problems last year. Missed almost half the year, I believe. It looks like he's gonna get up and walk.
Well, that is
Great
great
news.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, he's back down. Terrible.
El año pasado Charlie Waller tuvo una lesión. Ay, y aquí
Asking his dad for a sub here. Looks like we'll have Lubansky come into the game as he has walked off the field by Trevor Weiner. And Waller nods him off, says, "No, it's fine. I can limp over there myself."
You never want to see that. That's really unfortunate for the Eagles, especially for. I know we said his name a lot this broadcast, but especially for players caliber of him. I mean, already responsible for half the goals we scored here today. Huge blow if he can't come back in the game.
We're just about halfway done with this second half as we have a free kick from Lynn. And that one is skied up. And Wildcats with a huge stop as they are pushing now with heavy pace.
You know, usually in the first half there, they would have tried to counterattack, but now trying to hold on to this lead, they're going to play this game a little more slow, trying to milk the clock, sort of.
That was a big save for Dom Corletzi, who again, he's been great. He has been just as good as Johnny Malloy was performing, if not better. As we're going to see a corner kick for Declan Lynn. He has been quite involved in this afternoon's match, really been stepping up.
Unmarked men at the top of the box.
We'll see how this plays out. Lynn from the corner.
That one's got far.
He's the Ari Living
Cleared out by St. Ignatius.
A high bicycle, and that one.
Look at the vertical there. By Matt Smith.
I mean, it's going to be hard for Gonzaga to for these sort of possessions without Waller. A lot of times we'll see Waller sort of in the middle of the attack, either having the finishing touch or getting it out to their wings. It's going to be hard. We're going to have to see someone step up, whether it's a Lubinsky, whether if it's a Bordeaux. We're going to have to see someone step up if they want to compete in these last 20 minutes.
Yeah, and that's not to say that Gonzaga is not talented, because they certainly are. I mean, we can see that plenty of the guys can fill that role. I'm looking at.
So I believe Rosso is getting subbed out right now for Gonzaga.
Y el número 13, Jahi Stockton, entró al juego.
We saw him for a little bit right before the end of the first half, but we will see him now once again in the second half.
Y aquí está Ari con su derecha. Buen cruce al área, pero la saca el defensa de San Ignacio.
He had a header from the ground, basically. Just trying to get the wave going down in the student section. Can't get past 3 people.
Then we're gonna have to see some better commitment from the booster club.
The wave's never really been a staple of the Gonzaga student section. I've never really seen a great wave, other than maybe one time in the Jesuit Classic.
But they could include it.
Yeah, I mean, I would highly recommend some wave inclusion. Hey, we're seeing it move up a little bit now.
There you go.
And you know, I mean, this booster club already, I'd like to say the equivalent of a red card today. One of their members permanently banished to the student section. I mean, not to say it was deserved.
I think that was just for the safety of himself, to be honest.
Yeah, he was going a little crazy.
So I meant safety of the fact that. And now this wave is.
Buen cambio de juego para Isaac. Uy, pero se le fue la pelota por un poquito. Saque de banda para San Ignacio.
Yeah, back to the play on the field.
My bad. 18 minutes left. Gonzaga trails by 2. It's going to be a throw-in for the Wildcats. They stop, and then they do it again. Long throw. Weiner in defense. A big stop for Gonzaga. Smith trying to stop it. Pressure coming, and he scores. It's a goal for the Wildcats.
Nathan Gray puts that one in, and now this game seems unreachable. Hitting the Dougie.
That was just a lack of that was a lack of urgency for Smith. He was trying to take his time, and Gray was bringing huge pressure, and all of a sudden it's a 3-score game, and Gonzaga was without arguably the best player.
Yeah, and you know, this Ignatius team really been capitalizing on those opportunities, been taking the dead balls, taking the stops in play, and really just bringing their energy. That one led to a goal. Just an unfortunate mistake for this experienced Gonzaga defense.
Going into this game, the goal differential for Gonzaga, they scored 22 goals, allowed 15. Now we're looking at allowing 20 and scoring 22, all from one game. 5 goals is a lot, and we still have much time to go.
That's Nathan Gray's 4th goal on the year. He's been quite the difference maker for Ignatius this season. Great touch by Ruggiero, taken away by Lynn.
Gray has the second most assists, right behind Sam Trevizono. He's been he's just been great with the ball, making a lot of great passes. 6 assists so far, and now 4 goals.
I mean, he's proved that they're really just taking advantage of in the lapse of attention from Callahan Smith.
Yeah.
You know, that's what separates you in these games. You know, if there's, you just gotta catch your opponent off guard, and that's exactly what happened there.
Yep.
Y aquí está San Ignacio atacando. Aquí tiene la
Now
pelota
Gray
el
is
número
moving it
9.
quick. Gray, he's not the biggest guy, but soccer's one of those sports where you don't have to be huge to be great. You look at a guy like Messi, 5'8", 5'9".
Give and go failed, but there will be a penalty.
Yeah.
Johnny
Bryce Ince
Stockton.
Lovelace goes down, but he's picked up by his teammate Nathan Gray.
Free kick from just outside the box.
It'll be the recent goal scorer Nathan Gray.
4 Ignatius attackers surrounding the ball. You have to.
Two people on the wall here. It'll be Cyrus Welsh and Johnny Stockton, about 7 yards out of where the kick is being taken. Trevisono and Gray are both standing there. They're trying to catch them off guard. Callahan almost drops it, holds onto it just in front of the goal line.
Anthony Ruccio made a break for it, almost caught the defenders lacking, getting through the middle into the box. Luckily, the pass was a little bit offline, and Smith was able to reel it in before trouble ensued.
That ball is going under the booth, right through a puddle of water. So now we got a wet ball in play.
Yeah, shout out to these ball boys. I can't imagine their job is easy. I mean, running up and down the field.
Yeah. Bird flew down very rapidly.
Battle for possession. It's won by Ignatius.
Y aquí tiene la pelota San Ignacio, driblando hacia adelante, se la quita Julian Artesano, presiona a Johnny Stockton, pero San Ignacio la juega tranquilamente para atrás. Aquí el central se lleva a Eric Carey y la manda para el otro lado de la cancha. Amaga el 11, buen cambio de juego, pero se la quita
Big
Declan
stop from
Lynn.
Lynn. He has been great tonight. Sort of the leader of this Gonzaga defense. And he can play up too. We know he's capable of doing that. He has a goal, he has an assist, but he has been great on defense along with Weiner and Baugh, and then now Lubanski being in for the second half.
Lubinsky.
I'm sorry. A little bit of tiki-taka between the St. Ignatius Wildcats.
Goes nowhere, though.
And that, he falls on the ball with his stomach.
Pushed by Nathan Gray. Free kick taken by Xavier Ball.
I think that cancels out the handball. If you get fouled, it doesn't matter if you fall on it with your hands. Weiner making a kick down the right side of the field in a big header.
Borno just standing there, so I think something's wrong with him. I think he
is down. That is not good at all.
He's not down.
He is
But
limping.
he's limping.
He's limping.
Weiner quickly gets up.
13 minutes to play. Gonzaga is down by 3 here in this Jesuit rivalry between the Gonzaga Eagles and the St. Ignatius Wildcats.
Gonzaga better hope Santa came early because they're going to need a miracle on I Street to win this game.
Yeah, I mean a couple miracles.
Acuérdense que aquí en I Street todavía hay pupusas por $5. Si están cerca, por favor vengan acá y prueben una comida bien cultural en El Salvador.
Yo quiero comer una pupusa después de una partida de fútbol.
Ball is in the midfield. It's going up, and that is unbelievable hustle from Russell Nank, the junior.
Aquí está Dylan Test
Test
con la
got a
izquierda.
chance, and there's be a foul. I believe that's in the box.
Would that be a PK?
We'll see what they got to say. Maybe it's just outside of the box. But he fell into the box. I think the foul was committed right outside.
Yeah, free kick from the Gonzaga.
Al parecer el árbitro pone la falta mucho más atrás de donde le habían hecho la falta a Dylan Test. No entiendo mucho por qué. Parecía mucho más cerca del área, pero disculpa, pero lo pone mucho más atrás. Casi 10 yardas.
So I think that's Test and Lynn. Oh, that's Welsh and Test. For the kick, it'll be Test goes off the wall.
Ricocheted. Still a chance here to score on this possession. Into the middle.
Lubitsky to Test off the crossbar. Did it go off the crossbar?
No, it's deflected by Ignatius defender. Reset out back to midfield.
Wander with a nice pass.
Tries to get to the middle.
Over to Lynn. It's a nice header. Stockton. A little bit of a collision.
Powers through Nink.
They're holding on to the possession with 12 minutes left by a thread. And that looks like it's to be the end of this possession as the Wildcats are going quickly down the field. Can he make it all the way?
Trevisimo into Lovelace. Great
Off the
save.
goal. Callahan Smith with a foot save.
Buena parada de Callahan Smith para salvar el partido y sigue 5-2.
Yeah, I really thought Trevisimo was going to beat all the defenders there and do it by himself.
Y aquí está el 8 de San Ignacio en el área de taquito, pero se lo saca
He always
Ari.
did that. I mean, he ran from past the midfield line all the way down, and then he moved it to Ince Lovelace, and then it was a nice save from Smith. But that's incredible. I mean, he moved basically halfway across the field without getting stopped.
Yeah,
It'll be
really
a corner
highlights.
kick for St. Ignatius.
Algo que hemos visto en los tiros de esquinas de San Ignacio es que todos se meten
It's a
al lado del
sixth
portero.
corner kick for them, and a big stop from Weiner sticking his foot out there.
Time is ticking. Every second passed is a lesser opportunity for Gonzaga to put themselves back into this game.
That one looked like it slipped out of his hands a little bit because that did not look like it was the intended spot for him.
For Jor. Nice little side kick there.
That had to be a push. The ref calls it
Oh,
right away, but he's down.
Tyler Yeoman selling the call there a little bit.
Y aquí al parecer es una falta para Gonzaga. Empujaron a Dylan Tess y después lo empujó de vuelta. Al parecer el árbitro solo le da una amarilla al número 4 de
Yellow
San Ignacio
card
por la
to
primera
Yeoman.
falta.
So now I believe Yeoman has to come out of this game, and that's what they do. Looks like Matt Smith will come back in for the Wildcats. Yes, he will.
Yeah, Carey give him a little shove there, but it wasn't anything to write home about. I mean, it was just a little shove for defending his teammate, and Yeoman tried to sell it, got a yellow card for it. Now he's on the bench.
Just a love of the game shove.
That's the third yellow card of this game. You know, this rivalry really showing, it's really living up to the hype. You know, both these teams started off with amazing sportsmanship, still amazing sportsmanship, but, you know, the intensity of the rivalry sometimes taking over in the moment.
Y aquí está Ari Levinsky para cobrar el tiro libre. 10 yardas detrás de la media cancha en su lado de la cancha.
Got some little kids leading the student section here. They need a miracle, so they're looking at the next generation to maybe find some magic. I believe that's Miss Kramer's son down there.
To be determined.
Yeah. Just met the guy at halftime. Seemed like a good kid. Matt Smith was looking for a big stop. He misses out. Welsh over.
Y aquí está Declan Lynn por la banda, la cruza Welch. Uy, le pegó con el zurdo.
Oh,
Ay,
save.
se lo paró el portero de San Ignacio.
The defender let that one through because he thought that Don Corlezzi would have a better shot there, and that's what happened. Corlezzi ends up with the ball, and Gonzaga can't get anything out of that possession.
Y aquí cruza la pelota el número 11 para el 8, pero lo chuta para afuera.
He was looking for
Saque de
Gray
meta
there,
de Callahan
trying to
Smith.
get him his second goal of the game. There's under 10 minutes to play, and Gonzaga has still a 3-score deficit.
Yeah, they're not letting the foot off the gas pedal. You know, you'd expect with a 3-goal lead, you'd want to maybe take that opportunity and run some of the clock off, you know, reset, play some tiki-taka. But that was the complete opposite of what they just did there. Trevisimo leading the offense into a counterattack.
Stockton's doing everything he can, trying to leave it all on the field, but he cannot come through as they are trying to hold on to this ball at all costs.
Y aquí San Ignacio resetea el juego. La mano adelante para el número 2 que ataca por la derecha. Le pegó. Y pégale del palo. Lo tiene aquí Callahan Smith. Bien cerquita a ser el 6-2 de San Ignacio. Pero parado por el mejor amigo del portero, el palo.
So close to another
Stockton
goal.
with a great touch. Gets it to Welsh. Waller is back in the game, by the way. Waller is back in the game. He has the ball right now.
He looks better than ever, moving without a wince.
Yeah, they need him to come through here. And he actually is moving with a wince right now. But he's doing whatever he can for this team. You gotta love that attitude from the junior Waller.
I'm sort of shocked to see Borno on the sidelines right now in a moment like this. In a moment where you need no defense and all offense, you got to put it all on the line. I guess it's just for saving his legs, and he did look a little injured there, but...
Yeah, I believe he's injured. He was limping off the field earlier, but yeah, he had the first goal of the game. It was beautiful into the top shelf. But really, Gonzaga has had little offense in the second half. Hasn't had any goals. Only have a couple of shots that have been close. I mean, that's the real reason. This Ignatius team came out firing in the second half, and they have not let off the gas.
Y aquí tiene la pelota Jahid Stockton, pero se la quitan y no pitó falta el árbitro. Y sigue el número 20 por la banda, se le da el 11 en el medio. Que hace, le da un pase al 7. El 7 se le fue y la agarra Callahan Smith.
Some of the younger players are in for the Wildcats right now. Gavin Woodham's checked in. He's a sophomore. 2 goals and assists on the year for him. Trying to let the young guys develop. This is the future of this team. It's going to be about the guys that are going to come in when they're up, try to hold down the fort, because next year they're going to rely on them, in the big spots. And it's interesting for Gonzaga, a team that has all upperclassmen, to see. We have no idea where they're going to be at next year with so many seniors on this team.
Yeah, that's been the exact theme of this team for the past 3 years. The only underclassman being Charlie Waller the past 2 years, all juniors and seniors beside him. And this is sort of why they haven't gone up to such a great start as they did last year. The lack of continuity on the roster. It's really showing here. As Ignatius, they just look like the better team here today.
Yeah, I mean, on paper they're the better team. I think in the first half it was kind of unclear because it was so close. But in the second half, I think we're really seeing what this Ignatius team is capable of doing, especially because of how great they've been. They haven't allowed a goal.
Muy buen toque de Xavier Boy. Y ahora tiene la pelota San Ignacio. La juega para el lateral número 5, pero se le fue la pelota. Y aquí es un saque de banda para Gonzaga y lo toma Cyrus Welch.
Yeah, just to reiterate in this game, there's been 24 fouls. I know we've been talking about it all day, but this rivalry is real, guys. I mean, such a physical game. Gonzaga team's always been physical, but I haven't really seen anything like it today. The intensity they've been playing with, both teams have been playing with, really shows off how deep this rivalry cuts.
Part of it is that the refs go into this game. They're very aware of how this game is going to play out. They know it's going to be a little chippy. They know that these are big rivals, so they're not afraid to blow the whistle early and often here this afternoon.
Atención, ataca Cyrus Welch y la manda al área. Aquí agarra la pelota Julian Antesana, le pega desde lejos. Se la toca el defensa y la pelota le llega a Cyrus Welch. Pero ¿qué acaba de pitar el árbitro? Fuera de juego de Cyrus Welch.
These last 5 minutes the pace have completely slowed down. It has gone from a high-paced, high-action game to a very sloppy, slow last couple minutes. I think the general morale of this Gonzaga team has fallen off a lot from where it was towards the end of the first half and start of the second half.
If Ignatius holds on to this lead in the last 5 minutes here in the game, I don't see no reason why they shouldn't be number 1 in the coaches' poll. I think they could easily take over that top spot. I mean, they've been playing like the best team in the country here today against a pretty strong Gonzaga team.
Yeah.
Y aquí es un saque de banda para San Ignacio. Entran 3 jugadores de San Ignacio y uno de Gonzaga, Robert Sobranis. Y sale Julian Antezana.
Antezana will come out. That will bring in Alessandro Rosso. Sorry, that was Robert. That was Robert Saberanis.
Y aquí está Declan Lynn. Revienta Declan Lynn y sale para afuera. Saque de banda para San Ignacio. La mandan para adelante. Aquí Alessandro con Robert. Se la da Cyrus.
Student section trying to bring some sort of energy in this game, but it is just not there. That one bounces off the no food sign and gets knocked over. Look at that.
Yeah, both these teams trying to get some substitution in, get fresh legs on the field, and give everyone an opportunity to play. You love to see
That's
it.
a great stop from Robert right there. That ball could have gone past him, and he makes a great touch to stop it.
Yeah, and you know, as a
Well,
like,
that was
coming
good.
off the bench after not playing all game is a really hard thing to do. Your legs are completely dead. After warm-ups, you know,
Kieran just dropped. Oh, you got it. Sorry.
your legs are completely dead because warm-ups were over an hour ago. You know, it's really impressive to see if you come in right away and just immediately bring life into the team. I think it was a really good job by Sobranis there.
Y aquí, buena contribución defensiva de Alessandro Broso, pero la tiene San Ignacio de vuelta. Y la pelota acá sale para Gonzaga.
So Lubinsky was the last one to touch it, but it goes off of Ignatius. So it'll be a throw-in for Declan Lynn. He's been all over the place tonight. He's been great. One of the few things to highlight that the Eagles are doing well.
Y aquí sale el número 7 Cyrus Watch por el número 17 con la pelota, Andrew Wysocki.
So Wysocki will be checking into this game for the first time. Another junior that looks to sort of be a leader of this team next year.
Y aquí está Pau con la pelota atacando por el medio para Dylan Tess. Dylan Tess con la derecha. Se la deja a Robert Sobranis. Él cruza el área, pero se fue y es un saque de meta para San Ignacio.
Yeah, Paul Skalbeck also in the game trying to make an impact for that possession there. Doesn't
2
work
minutes, 14 seconds left to go.
Noah LaGrange is about to check in.
Surprised it's been this long without LaGrange. Oh, he's about to check back out.
Ari Lubinsky is down. He's going to get a substitution for Nora LaGrange. Another costly injury.
Ari Lubinsky's been out for a couple weeks due to an ankle injury, and now it seems that it might be coming back a bit. Maybe he was stepped on or something else that just aggravated the injury.
Yeah, some of these lingering injuries since the Gonzaga players kind of been reignited in this fierce and intense game.
Yeah, I mean, to see Waller, Borno, and Lubinsky all go out in the same game is terrible for Gonzaga. Hopefully they can heal up. They have a long time before their next game. Their next game is not until October 1st when they play at Bishop Ireton. But then after that schedule will get hard. They have PBI and Carroll. PBI is the next day. WCAC is when things really start to get heavy for these guys.
Yeah, we talk about this tough Gonzaga schedule. I want to highlight sort of the teams they played at the Jesuit Classic, traveling all the way to Colorado. Talked to some of the players. They said the altitude really affected them. It was really hard to regain your breath after running a lot. Regis Jesuit had a clear home advantage because they were used to the altitude there. And I also heard that at the Rockhurst game, Rockhurst got a very lucky goal at the very end to tie it up. Should have been a win for the Eagles. So just some unfortunate series of events in the season so far.
Y aquí está San Ignacio con un saque de banda. La manda al medio, al número 20, que la cabecea al borde del área. Y aquí está la pelota rebotando en el área y la saca Andrew Wysocki.
Wysocki with his first touch of the game gets that one out of bounds. Under a minute to go, we're going to see a throw-in from Matt Smith. He's been great tonight. Matt Smith, a very underrated defender for this team.
Yeah, I feel like all the players for St. Ignatius have made an impact on the game one way or another. You know, whether they've scored 5 goals today, like can't come off of one person's back. Every single player on the St. Ignatius team has done something really meaningful that impacted the score of this game.
Y juegan muy bien juntos, tocan la pelota bien y
Like
se conocen muy bien. Y aquí está Dylan Tess, manda la pelota para adelante.
10 seconds remaining. Wonder if there's going to be any extra time. I highly doubt so.
Y aquí está Xavier Baugh para cobrar el tiro libre. Lo bota Declan Lynn y se acaba el partido.
So that was the final buzzer here at I Street. St. Ignatius wins 5-2.
Rough second half for the Eagles. Amazing game, though, especially in the first half. We'll see you next time when Gonzaga takes on the Heights.
Gracias por estar con nosotros y que tengan un buen día.
Thank you for listening.
Why are you interrupting though? Like I was
Because
saying
my-
stuff, man.